Again to the North American Soccer Expo. We are here. It is day 2, Saturday morning, and we have a special guest, Mr. Andy McDermott. How are you, sir?
Good morning, guys. I'm doing great.
Well, thank you for joining us. All right, so day 2, we know you did a little talk, a presentation yesterday. Unfortunately, we were kind of broadcasting, so we couldn't get in there. One, are you enjoying the Expo, the soccer piece of it? And then what are you looking forward to as well?
Yeah, I love it. Every chance I get to come to a gathering of soccer coaches, the older I get, the more friendly faces there are.
Right.
Yeah. So it's awesome. There's great topics, great clinicians here. For me, the best thing is always the people and running into old friends and having conversations about, and actually sharing things with folks. And I learn stuff, sometimes from the instructors, but very often just from colleagues.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. What was your talk and your presentation specifically on?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I call it "Be Harder to Kill."
Yep.
It's coaches taking better care of ourselves physically, mentally, and emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think it's such a huge topic these days. I see a lot of coaches burning out. I work in several different projects, but I'm a director of a club and I have 20, 25 coaches work for me. And coaches work hard and they give a ton of energy to the kids. They're always telling kids how to take care of themselves, but we don't kind of walk the talk ourselves.
Ironically, not less than 5 minutes before you joined us, we had one of our co-hosts, Danny Price. He was telling us a story a couple of years back about how he almost left coaching completely because he got burned out.
Oh, wow.
And he signed up to do another career, and then due to a family life situation, he had to stop that, and then he got pulled back into coaching, and now he's back into being a director and coaching. But it's a real thing. Coaches don't look after themselves. And very underpaid for the amount of hours and work they put in.
Right. And people don't realize with these stupid things, we can actually be working 18, 20 hours a day.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if you don't protect yourself and protect your time, protect your energy points, by the end of the day, you've given way more than you've gotten in return.
Right. And, Andy, how can people connect with you? How can people kind of talk to you and get some of this information?
Yeah, I put a lot of stuff out on social media. I'm a lifelong fitness nerd and soccer nerd. So that's at Andy What's Next.
Okay.
On Instagram and Facebook. My kind of project, my main project is called Intentional Sports.
Okay.
And could tell you guys about that.
Please, yes.
Sports on social media, and the website is intentionalsports.org.
Okay.
But that's a big nonprofit campus that we built. I came back to Chicago end of 2020. We got the opportunity to get 10 acres on the west side of Chicago.
Wow.
That was vacant for 45 years. It was just a brown field where nothing good was happening. This is in a pretty rough neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
We're in North Austin. Austin's the largest neighborhood in Chicago, 100,000 people, but also leads the city and the country, and some statistics that you don't want to lead.
Yeah.
And my personal opinion is that these kids don't have something positive to do every day after school.
Yep.
And so just by introducing, we built this. It's a $40 million project. We've raised about 38 and a half of that. So almost done with that. But we do free or low cost programs every day after school. Intentional Soccer Club,
Love it.
basketball, and then Jason Hayward Baseball Academy.
Wow. Jason Hayward's got some.
Yeah,
he's stuck around Chicago doing stuff.
Yes,
huh?
he lives
Wow.
in the city, and he's an awesome guy. He really is. And so now we have about 2,500 kids a week coming through those programs.
Okay.
And these are kids who otherwise wouldn't be playing. So,
Is this your way of giving back? We're all trying to give back to the game in however we can. This seems like a hell of an awesome project. This is awesome.
Absolutely. And so many good people have come in to help, from Joe Mansueto, who's the owner of the Fire.
Oh, yeah.
To help us build the place, to Greg Berhalter, Oguchi Onyewu, DeMarcus Beasley,
Wow.
Lissa Nayer, so many good names in the soccer world. And then there's other sports as well, but have come in because they realize that we all got great opportunities.
Yeah.
Yes.
Soccer ball is still opening doors in my life, and it's taken me all over the world.
Wow.
And more than that, it's shaped the lens through which I see the world.
Sure.
Yes.
The little Intentional Soccer Club teams now, those guys look every way that a human can look.
Mm-hmm.
And historically, the community of Hermosa, the community of Austin, never interact. This is almost all Central American, Mexican American families. This is all Black African American families, and and historically they don't hang out with each other, right?
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden they're playing soccer together.
Right.
So
that is awesome.
One question for me. So I've got a buddy, Matt Pearson in Chicago.
Yeah,
he
sure.
runs Sueño. Have you met Matt?
I know Matt. Matt actually coaches for me now at Palatine Celtic.
There you go.
Yeah,
You know, Matt and I always talk because he's with the Fire, and you know, he did a very good job when he was with the Fire Academy, just finding in the underprivileged areas, bringing in kids, because like that's where the talent is. You know, like we've gotten into a elitist type of thing with soccer, unfortunately, with the cost of everything.
Yep.
But have you found, you know, that your program is looking to push players into the Fire or just other like soccer's FC United? Like, are you trying to get to that to build that in that area and then give them a chance to play, high level club soccer?
Intentional soccer club's still a bit young for that.
Okay.
We start with Grassroots Academy, some kids who've never kicked a ball.
Okay.
I think we'll get there. And Palatine Celtic is kind of that same model, even though the club's been around since 1968.
Yeah.
I took over as director 3 years ago when we had less than 200 players.
Yeah.
Now we have about 650 competitive players.
Wow.
2,000 in the recreational program. My belief, and I'll get, I can get on a soapbox quick, but, the future of soccer in America depends upon community clubs
Correct.
doing a great job.
Yes.
And if there's 1,000 kids in your community, you should be able to serve 975 of them.
Mm-hmm.
The 25 who are truly exceptional, I'll call Gary Lewis at the Fire.
Yeah.
And say, you got to look at him or you got to look at her or whatever it is. But with the level of coaching now, and in my generation, a lot of us grew up playing and now we're in the game.
Yeah.
We should be able to coach and develop these kids from a kid who's never kicked a ball all the way through, kids who want to play in college.
Yeah.
They're not Christian Pulisic level.
Yep.
Those kids should be somewhere else.
Correct.
But that's a lot more rare than a lot of parents think.
Oh, yeah.
It's 1 in a million.
So just kind of go back to your college days. Obviously, Craig was at Michigan State. You guys didn't cross paths, but you were at Northwestern. So how about some favorite memories from your Northwestern days when you were playing?
Oh, man. Had some great battles back in the day in the Big Ten, but in the Chicago schools too. And
yes.
I was just laughing yesterday.
DePaul and Loyola Chicago.
Joe from Jaguars. He introduced me yesterday for my talk, and I don't remember this as well as he did, but he said that he didn't look forward to playing Northwestern because his coach would just have him mark me all over the field.
Man marking.
Yeah, and he said, I knew that we were going to run 12 miles and you were going to score a goal anyway. And so, but those were fun battles of we were just figuring it out back then. But I tell you, man, when I left Northwestern and started playing professionally back when we made $12 a year, and we were a big deal. Played for the Chicago Stingers.
Yes, at the indoor.
Actually outdoor.
The outdoor. Yep.
It was A-League and D3 back in the USISL.
Oh, wow.
And my first coach as a pro, Brett Hall, who is still one of my favorite humans.
He's with Sockers now, isn't he?
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
And with Matt at Sueño, coaching because my 18-year-old Luke actually trained with Sueño this summer.
Nice.
That's how I got to know Matt.
Great program, USL2 program.
Yeah, and Brett's still doing that same kind of, where I think he changed my life is he changed my mindset.
Yes.
He basically re-taught me how to play. Whereas in college, I could be the 10, could be all over the field trying to do everything. In the professional level, you realize there's piano players and there's piano carriers, and I became a piano carrier. And we all laugh about that, but a lot of people have asked me this week about the U.S. men's national team or the state of development in the country because they know I'm a little bit of a disruptor in that. And I just say, do we have enough piano carriers?
Exactly. That's a great way to put it.
In the youth games. So
yeah.
Love that.
Exactly.
I want to say it again. People can follow you at Andy's What's Next. That's your socials, right?
Andy What Next.
Andy What Next.
Sorry, Andy What's Next, because I always have a different project going on or whatever. And then Intentional Sports is on social media as well.
Well, you're going to gain some new followers with Brooks and myself. If we don't already follow you, but I don't remember seeing it, but I want to because my God, those that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
The stuff you're bringing out is awesome, and it's pushing the sport forward and you're giving back.
Which is important, pushing the sport forward.
Yeah, it really is.
Because people, how much USL has grown in MLS with MLS Next Pro, and then USL wanted to move to Pro. Like, we are still very much still in its, I won't say infancy, but we haven't exploded like in Europe, and getting into the inner cities and introducing soccer is very important in this country.
I think, I was having that conversation with Greg Berhalter when he came for like this Legends game, and we were just saying that, in my opinion, it's not that we don't have the best athletes in America.
Yep.
We go to the Olympics and basically win the Olympics.
Exactly.
Right? But we're missing out on 50%, 40% of the athletes in this country
They're not included,
who are not
which is
playing
not
soccer.
we need to include them.
Yep,
We have to.
and they will. I mean, look at
Correct.
intentional soccer.
Correct.
There's 6 teams that are full of kids who are saying, when can we play games? When
Brilliant.
can we get uniforms?
That's
You know?
great.
And some of them are very talented kids.
That's
So,
great.
yeah.
I love seeing that, like especially in communities, inner city Chicago. I mean, all across the country. Like it's just important. You can change kids' lives, and
Oh,
that's the beauty of it. Is you change someone's life,
Yep.
and
yep,
you lead them down a path that maybe they never thought was possible for them,
Yep.
and that's the beauty of it.
It's exactly, and it's not about creating the kid who's going to play at Northwestern
Exactly.
or going to play for the Chicago Fire.
Exactly.
It's how do these kids learn how to be a teammate,
Yes.
learn how to lose,
Yes.
and learn how to fall down and keep running.
Yes.
Like the lessons that we took for granted, but we are who we are because of the game, because of our teammates.
Yes.
And the experiences that we had.
Mhm.
So,
Awesome. Well, that's what it's about. We appreciate it. Appreciate you being here at the North American Soccer Expo in Novi, Michigan. What a beautiful event is happening.
It's
We're
been a
we're
blast.
already looking forward to year 2, and we haven't even gotten through year 1. But
Right.
you said it when you first joined. It's about the networking. It's about the friends you see, about the people you know, and just connecting. And then what we're all doing here is just pushing the sport forward
Yes.
and making it better.
Absolutely. Thanks for what you guys do. I really appreciate it.
Thanks,
Very much.
Andy.
Thank you for joining. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
We'll be sure to connect offline, and we'll keep pushing the sport forward and helping you do the same.
Absolutely. To be continued for sure.
Oh yeah.